Hi, my beautiful people. Okay, so today let's talk about the five elements and how they affect your life. Okay, so we have already talked about the chakras and energies, like how energy behaves when it is balanced on a particular chakra. So let's start with root chakra. So root chakra is the color red, like of Vibgyor, of rainbow. The base chakra, the first chakra, the chakra where fear resides and where most of the people live their life in when they are not awakened. So, um, if I'll talk about the five elements, first of all, the five elements are earth, water, fire, air, and space. So, the root chakra, when energy is in the root chakra, it is the element earth. It is very much like the earth, like roots are fixed at one place, right? And earth is fixed. It is fixed at one place already, like it cannot move, it cannot flow, it has no flow, it cannot go anywhere, it cannot change. It is basically just fixed at one place. So root chakra denotes earth, or earth energy denotes root chakra. And here in your life, that means your destiny. Anything that is predestined to happen. Because earth is fixed, it cannot change. Like land, roots, all these things, they are fixed, they cannot change. So, if what is destined to happen in your life will happen. It is fixed. No amount of work you do can change it. For example, you were destined to be born in a particular family. You could not have done anything to change it. You cannot do to change that. Like there are certain things in your life that are fixed. These are the element earth. These are described by the element earth. But the good part is good or bad, because good or bad, all kinds of things, if something is destined to happen for you, that will be for good and for bad as well. So for good or for bad, this part is only 12% of your life. So the moment you take birth until you take your last breath, 12% of your life is fixed. You can do nothing. Nothing you can do can change that 12%. That will happen anyway. Because that is a part of your destiny. That is a part of earth element. It is fixed. It is your roots. It cannot be changed. So that is earth element. 12%. 12% of your life is affected by earth element. Your body is like the 3D. The earth element is the 3D fixed part. It cannot be. You were destined to have this particular body. You were destined to look this particular way. You were destined to have those particular genes. Certain things are just destined. You cannot do anything to change that. So 12%. 12% of your life was fixed. It is fixed. No matter of work you do can change that. That is your destiny. That anyway, anyhow will happen. That is earth element. That is root chakra. And when you do not do anything to change your life, you just passively keep living your life. You are living and you're living in fear of survival. You are living in root chakra and you are being affected by earth element, fixed. You just keep living the same life until you do not want to change anything. That is root chakra, that is earth element, that is destiny, that is 12% of your life. So moving upwards, next we have sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is not fixed energy. It is the energy of flow. It is the energy of creation. as I told you the other day in other video, that it is feminine energy, the energy of creation, the energy of manifestation, the energy of flow. So the element which represents sacral chakra has to be an element that can flow, that is fluid, that is not rigid, that can change forms, that keeps flowing, and that is water. So sacral chakra is denoted by water, and water here are your karma. Like, your karma can affect your life, but your karma is in your hand. You can change things by changing what you are doing. And your karma keeps flowing. So it is like, and around 72% of earth is covered by water. Around 72% of your body is made up of water, and around 72% of your life is affected by water. That means 72% of your life is affected by your karma, the karma you do. So that gives you a great power. That means it is in your hand. 72% of your life is purely in your hand. You can change things just by changing how you do things. How do you do things and how do you react on things? Your actions and your reactions, and not just physical karma. Your thought is also your karma. What you are thinking, what is looping on in your mind, and what the words you say and the action you do, it is all karma. So 72% of your life is decided by what you are doing, which gives you a big responsibility, a big power to change so many things. So water is your karma, and this is the most amount of percentage taken up by any element. And so it's the most powerful thing, like you hold the most power. That is why I always say, the power is in your hand to change things. Even if 12% of your things in your life are already decided, are already destined, but that is only 12%. 72% of things are purely in your hand. You can change the moment you change doing things. The moment you change how do you perceive things, how do you take actions, what do you think, what do you say, how do you do things. Like, the moment you change yourself, the moment you change your karma, the water flows, the water keeps taking different forms, and it will move. Things will up eventually, things eventually have to move and change, because you are changing things from within by changing the karma, by let the water keep flowing. And that is actually a great power. So sacral chakra is water. Now the next chakra is solar plexus, the color yellow, fiery. The other day, I also said that it is about willpower, your confidence, your strength, how much you are willing to do things. So and among the five elements, it is denoted by fire. Fire just burns everything out. It just, like this, it just destroys, it finish. So the fire or the solar plexus, they basically show your willpower. Like, even if you are doing your karma, but if you would just add willpower, then okay, I will do it. If you would just be a person of a strong will, you will have a stronger solar plexus. And the fire element or the will or the solar plexus, it has 6%. Like, it affects your life 6%. The fire element affects your life 6%. So that means your willpower affects your life 6%. So even if you have your karma in your hand, but if you would just add willpower to it as well, you will not only have 72%, but 78%. 78% of your life that you can change. If you would just add a little willpower, that when you are willing to go to the extra mile, you are willing to work extra. And when I say you're willing to work extra, I do not mean you are willing to work the 3D way, because the work done in a 3D based manner is very struggle based work, and that is not real work actually. some other day I think we will have a discussion on this, the difference between working in 3D way and okay. But the thing is willpower. So solar plexus is willpower, fire element. When added with the water element, you have, instead of 72%, you have 78% of your life in your hand. So even if things are not going your way, but you are doing your karma, and you have willpower, you have strength, you are willing to do the extra thing, you are willing to go to run the extra mile, there's so much still in your hand. So actually your life is much more affected by what you are doing and how you are like looking at things and how you are perceiving things and how you are taking actions. You control a lot. You control so much more than you know actually. So now let's come to the next chakra, that is the heart chakra. And everything just beautifies the moment it reaches heart chakra. Heart chakra, the beautiful green nature, nature color, unconditional love, no boundary, just love, 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 everything one in love, one with love, 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 love. And among the five elements, it is represented by the element air. It flows. Water also flows, air also flows. But there's a difference. Air flows. Water still needs a stream or something to flow. So that is your karma. You still have to yourself keep flowing. You have to keep working. Air does not need you. Air does not need a stream to flow. It is flowing all the time, everywhere. So um, the air element here in your life denotes the blessings that you earn, the wishes, that the good wishes that you earn. When people say I wish beautiful things for you, or when people blesses you, this is your earning, this is your air element, and this affects your life 4%. So if you would just earn blessings and earn good wishes, and when if people would just wish good for you and bless you, don't ever think it is just for someone said certain good things about me, okay, this is just, no, it actually behind the surface is affecting your life. Every good word that I say about you will affect your life, and every good thought that I will have about you in my mind will affect your life. Blessings, good wishes, this is air element. Heart chakra, this will affect your life 4%. But it is still, where sometimes you yourself are not able to do so many things. Even if you're trying, you're doing all the things, sometimes karma does not work, willpower does not work, blessings work, good wishes work. So it is your earning, and that is 4% of your life. So if we talk about the four elements that we have discussed so far, then at root chakra, I have talked about earth, 12%, then water, 72%, sacral chakra, then fire at solar plexus, 6%, and now air at heart chakra, 4%. And if you would just combine all of these, it would be, I guess, 94% of your life. Yeah, do the maths. So 6% we are still left. For that, we have to go upwards, the upper three chakras. So now let's talk about the space element, the upper three chakras. And the other day I also told you, the moment energy reaches the upper three chakras, everything changes. Because from here, you are now connected with the space element, which is beyond the dimension we live in. Or the space element, it is not um, the sky, it is the space. You don't see it. You can't see it from Earth, like from where you're sitting. If you would look upwards, you would look at the sky. You cannot look up at the space element. So this is energy in its most raw and potent form. So when your energy is on your upper three chakras, It is denoted by a space element, and it is basically, I can't say that it is karma or wishes or anything like that. It is limitlessness. It is coming back home. It is realizing what you are. It is being one with the entire existence. Because there is no barrier in between. Your human self and your higher self merges, and there is no barrier. When your energy is on your throat chakra, you speak of things you don't know of, but they just come. They are not coming from you, they flow through you. How are things you don't even know are flowing through you? Because from your, what is this, crown chakra, you are connected to the space element, and you are basically one with the space element. The energy is coming from somewhere beyond and it's just flowing through you. That is limitlessness. The space is ever expanding, and so are you. The space is limitless, and so are you. But you cannot realize it until you are identifying yourself as one with your human version. You are identifying yourself as a human, or whatever your name is. You're not what you are named as. Your body has been given a name, but that is not you. So this is a space element where no separation remains. You just know things, you are limitless. And the beautiful thing about this is it is 6%. It affects your life 6%, but space, it cannot be limited till 6% or till any percent. It keeps expanding, 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 and it is basically infinite. So basically from 6% to infinite, say the even if the energy is dormant, if it is inactivated, you still have 6% of your energy from a space element. But if it is activated, if you have worked, if you have done the inner work, and if you are awakened, not just awakened, you are awakened enough, and you have walked this journey enough, that your energy is somehow uh, on the upper three chakras, and you are once connected with the space element, then this 6% actually increases, and there is no limit to it, because it is limitless. Space is limitless, and it increases and increases and increases, and it is basically infinite. And you bypass every human laws, like every natural laws for humans. You don't, you just life becomes effortless. You're not doing anything. Even karma does not matter anymore. Nothing matters. Destiny, you have, nothing matters. I'm saying destiny cannot be changed. Yes, it cannot be changed, but you are not affected by anything. You are living in a human body, but it does not matter whether you are in this body or out of this body. You basically are home, even when you are still in this 3D world. Space element is your reality, because the space element is limitless. You are limitless. That is your reality. You are ever expanding. That is your reality. You are so vast, so vast. Nothing can hold you. That is your reality. So once you are connected with the space element, you are the Buddha. What are you talking about? You are nothing. You are one with the existence. Look around everything. You are one with everything. There is no I, there is no you. The person is speaking to you on this side of the screen, and the person listening on that side of the screen are actually one. We are not two different people. No separation remains, because you are the universe. You become one with the universe. Once you are connected with the space element, you, this not, I can't even put it in words, because words are also a limitation. Human language is very limited. Anything that is made by a human is very limited, and you are beyond. You are beyond any words. You are beyond any language. So nothing can describe you. Nothing can describe you. The human mind cannot comprehend you. You are beyond. You are the space element. You are the universe. And it is not just you have heard about this thing or you have read this thing somewhere. This realization comes from within, and it just not comes as a knowing, yeah, I know I am one with the universe, I am the, no, it is something that is felt deeply within you. When your energy is on your upper three chakras, you deeply feel, you just feel there is no barrier, only oneness, only expansion. And expansion is not limited. Expansion is always limitless. Growth can be limited. One can grow or develop for a certain, up till a certain amount, but expansion is always limitless. Your reality is that you are the universe which is ever expanding, which is limitless. And you feel everything, you feel all of this. It's not just some random knowledge you gained from a certain video, be it my video or any other video, or something you read somewhere. It is something you live with, you feel it, it flows in you like air. That is your reality. You just become one with it. That is the space element, which affects 6% of your life. But once you are awakened, it expands and expands and expands, and it becomes infinite. And then nothing else remains. Nothing else matter. Nothing matters. Just you being one with oneness, which anyway is your ultimate reality. That is it. And if you would ask me, I would say I have so much love for you all in my heart. I really wish one day people just realize that they are not home and they just walk back home, walk back to themselves. You're not living until you're not awakened. You think you are living, but that is not life. You don't even know who you are. Okay, I wish you people all the beautiful things of the world. I love you. Bye. Take care.